Hello and welcome back. Today we will be reviewing a game called Takeoff, a flight simulator. This game has more than 20 airplanes in it. There is about 40 or more missions varying from air firefighting to search and rescue to flying around and taking people on tours. It has, I want to say, about 20 or 30 different airports you can go to. It's fairly intense. All of the planes have a realistic 3D cockpit. There's 21 different airports, my bad. So yeah, 20 planes, 21 airports, and about 40 or more missions. Let's hop into it real quick and give it a shot. See what we got. Now here it'll tell you what you get for it, how much money and experience, a brief mission statement, and about how long it should take, and which aircrafts you can use to do it in. Since we only have this particular one, we'll just jump into that one.
You are cleared to take off.
Little captain guy here tells you that you're clear to take off, so you give it a little bit of gas, and then you pretty much follow the waypoints. Now this particular mission has a timer, so we need to do it before that says otherwise. So I think we'll keep it at full speed for this mission. But we have multiple camera angles. But pay attention to where I'm going. We have our 3D cockpit. The insides actually do work. It's got pretty good textured detail. You can tell actually what you're doing if you wanted to fly it from the inside. It's got semi-realistic controls to it. I mean, you're not going to find yourself doing backflips and barrel rolls. That is as far as you can bank your plane, no matter what you do. I mean, each plane controls a little differently. We'll go over the plane list here in a minute. But it does include small single engine stuff like this to your double engine. Even a couple quad engines. There's a couple 747s and stuff like that. It's a fairly interesting game. The graphics are pretty decent for this type of game. It is also available on your cell phone. So that's pretty interesting. It just came out for the computer the 11th, I want to say. What was that? Hit the wrong button. But yeah, in the top it shows you your speed, shows you your current altitude, your heading, shows you how much flaps you have and whether your gear is up or down. It has some interesting noises for your gear. It even has sounds for your flaps, sound hydraulical and stuff. I mean, you can't really make the plane do anything too fancy. It is more of A to B kind of thing, and then from B to C, there's not really much acrobatical stuff. It's not a stunt plane game, it's basically a general simulation of flying with about 8 or 9 different camera views, including the cockpit. This one right here is apparently a track down the fugitive kind of rescue mission thing. I mean, the houses do look pretty well textured. It's just the windows and stuff kind of blend in. The ground looks fairly decent. I mean, the roads do look like grass, but well... Oh, let's turn around. Okay. Oh, I went the wrong direction. I might not catch this poor guy. But yeah, that is as far and as fast as you can turn. It's not too bad. It's fairly realistic in that aspect. But yeah, even up here the houses still look fairly good. The roads kind of come into play a little better. I mean, you have big hotels and townhouses and stuff over there in the distance. They look fairly good too. But the planes by far have like extremely high quality textures to them. So it even has a high gloss like chrome finish or a very metallic silver paint. I mean, if you do something that will crash your airplane, it will tell you about it.
Slow down.
Like right there, going too fast. You don't want to rip your wings off, so you want to slow down a bit. But yeah, for small turns, you have your rear rudder with your Q and E, and they do quite well. It's just when you need to make a large turn and you have to bank your aircraft, it is very realistic to that aspect, because a lot of people would just do like you do in like fighter games and stuff like that, where you just turn it straight sideways and crank it over and give it full thrust. Realistically, that works with fighter jets, I guess, and well, you do that with an airplane like this, you'll probably stall it out or crash it. So it has very realistic aspects to the flying mechanics, which is pretty good. It is a simulator, not a like, oh look at me, I can do this. I mean, the water actually looks pretty good. It's rolling away with waves and stuff. The cliffs are very well textured. The land is mostly flat until you get close to a mountain. Then you'll notice that the mountain goes up. Like over there in the distance, those are actual mountains you can see. But most of this is level ground. Yeah, I think I made a wrong turn back there whenever I went right instead of left, so we might not catch this guy. If we do, it'll be very close. Oh. But yeah, it's fairly realistic as in towns. Like there's a small town here, and then there's nothing else here. And then like over here, there'll be a small town or an airport. I mean, it's not littered with grounds and buildings and textures. You can see that there's a gap where like this town moves off to this little other town. Over here there's some hotels and stuff. It's fairly simple. They don't overdo it. They emphasize more on the airplanes than they do the like grounds and stuff, because you're not going to be getting out walking around on your day off like, oh, I'm going to go down and do some shopping or something. So they need to actually texture in buildings for that. I mean, from up here, this is about 2,000 feet off the ground, and the textures look quite well. We just passed over what appears to be like some kind of park or pool. I mean, if you're focusing on the ground, you're probably going to be playing the wrong game. But the airplanes do have superior texture and quality. I mean, they got the little lights that flash. It's got the red and the green light. It even has a front light. Oh, the light's not on currently. Looks like we get to come in for a landing. Need to pick up a little more speed so I can catch up to this guy. The controls are very simple. It's a great game. I mean, imagine playing on your cell phone. It's probably a little more harder, maybe. Interesting. Because you do have a smaller screen, they don't want to pack it with too much controls. Okay, let's lower our landing. Are we supposed to land? I guess. I mean, right now it is still just like fairly new, so there is a few bugs in it that are being fixed. But for now, it's a fairly stable game. Let's see, I forgot to slow down. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. Land at the airport. Well, I guess that's what I did. Probably should have landed a little closer. Yay, we got him.
Mission accomplished.
Looks like I made a little more money. Or is that how much I have now? I don't know. But yeah, it does have Xbox 360 controller support. You can see by the two buttons there. It does have partial controller support, so it probably would make it a lot easier. Other than that, you just keep on going on down the line. Oh, we almost got enough to buy that other plane. But yeah, you can come back to your menu here. You can change your icons. I got a couple different icons. Change your avatar. Take a brief look at the airplanes real quick. And that's the list of airplanes. Other than that, it's just a fairly fun, simple, flying game for passing time. You can play it on your phone or you can play it on your computer. But yeah, I'll have more information down in the description below. take a look at it. Tell me what you think. This has been a review of Takeoff, the flight simulator.